Hey guys, it's Friday. This week, as you already know if you've watched the other two videos, we are doing shows that we watched as children and reviewing them. So the show that I chose to do is a show called The Tribe, and I'm pretty sure it's from New Zealand. They have New Zealandishy accents on this show, so I'm assuming that's where it's from. I heard it played in the UK a lot, so it was played here on, if you had like DirecTV, it was played on Wham, and I was like, yeah, I'm cool, because I've watched channels that normal people don't have. So I watched the first episode of the first season, because it's the only episode that I could find online anywhere, and it's also the first time that I've ever even seen this episode, because all of the episodes that I've ever seen of this show were of season 4 or 5, nothing else. Nothing else. At all. And then here it got like shut off in the middle of season 5, so I just assumed that there was no more and that they just ended it really stupidly. I was like, what? So I did my makeup like the show. This is how technos do their stuff. They just put a T on their forehead in a red circle. Although mine kind of just looks like an oval. And I also didn't really like technos. Okay, I liked some of them. Some of them are cool. They're not in season 1 at all, so whatever. But the episode I watched, it had this character named Lex, who was a guy. And he was one of my favorite characters when I watched the show, I remember. I just thought he was really attractive, and he has like long black hair. He's got like 2 lines going down here because, okay, basically what the show is. And I had no idea because I came in watching season 4 and 5, so I was like, I don't understand why there are a bunch of children running around with face makeup all over themselves. But I guess what happened, they don't even explain it really. It's just that all of the kids under the age of 18 need to go off to some random area while their parents like die or something. I'm assuming their parents die because there are no parents in the show. They're all just like, oh, I'm sorry you have to leave, you're all little and stuff, but you need to go be alone now with your brother. I'm like, okay. Basically, the first season is just a bunch of characters that I don't like and Lex. It's really upsetting. There's a character named Amber who's like the main character of the episode, and she has a little brother, I think it's her little brother, named Del. And I never liked Amber on the show, and Del isn't in season 4 or 5, so I'm assuming that he died or got lost eventually somewhere along the way. There's a little chick named Chloe who I ended up liking in season 4 because she's like going out with this dude named Ved who was a techno, and then they were like, you're going out with a mall rat. They're called mall rats because they live in the mall because the streets are like dangerous and filled with different tribes, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna be mall rats because we're in the mall. So Lex is a bad guy in this episode, and he's like, doop, 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 doop. I'm gonna join the, oh god, what are they called? I don't remember what they're called. Their leader's name is Zoot, and they're like the really, really bad group. And their leader's name is Zoot, and he is dating this chick named Ebony, and Ebony was always my favorite. So basically, this is like the least even. You guys don't even know what happened in this episode. I'm not explaining this well at all. They're alone, and they go to this mall thing, and Lex is like, I'm gonna be mean to you, Amber and Del, and then they lock him in the mall. And yeah. Also, they all have like dyed hair, and I'm like, did they all just like steal from shops and dye their hair in their free time before all the tribes started? Cause what? And there's like a dog, and he's got like a blue circle around his eye. And basically, I don't understand anything that happened in this episode at all. In the later seasons, there is the group, the Technos, and they're led by this dude. I can't remember what his name is. I think it starts with a V or a D. I don't know. But he's in a wheelchair thing, and he can't, like, walk. So he creates, like, this virtual reality, and this is all that I remember. He creates this virtual reality so he can, like, I can't even remember what it's called because it's been so long since I've seen it, and I can't find episodes online. But he, like, creates this virtual reality, and all of the people that are in the city with them become addicted to it, and he becomes like this really, really horrible guy, and they're all like, we don't like you. And in his virtual reality, he can walk and stuff. However, like watching it back, I was like, he really reminds me of Davros. This is strange. Because he's always in a wheelchair all the time. He's just scooting around. And I'm like, oh, okay. Whatevs. I'm going to link to the episode down here so you guys can watch it if you want to, or if you don't want to, you don't have to. But it probably explained more than me right now. It was just a show that I really liked as a kid. If I could find episodes online, I'd probably continue watching it, but I can't. I want to buy the box set. I've tried to buy the box set, but it costs like $50. So, because there's just 5 seasons, and I'm like, that's all that I have to say this week. At all. Sorry that this video is kind of sucky. Yeah, I did my nails. Look at them. They look kind of crappy, but whatever. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Alright. Bye guys, I'll see you next Friday.